So, this game two against the Knicks, I have quite to say. So, I'm going to start with the positives first because I feel like the positives we should talk about first, and then we talk about the elephant in the room. I have a bone to pick. So, to start with the positives, we actually handled ourselves very well, actually. We started off very close. Actually, to think about it, it was actually close from start to finish. But the majority of the game, we had the lead. We had the lead towards the end of the second quarter. We had the lead towards the end of the third quarter. We we actually held our ground pretty decently until we get to the middle of the fourth quarter. But I'll talk about that. So, with this situation, we go to the Garden again. We were thinking, Jimmy Butler walking around the city because it's New York City. Why wouldn't you want to walk around the New York City in broad daylight? We he was walking, not too much pain, so it looked like he was pretty good. Then he went to the warm-ups and he was moving around very well. The ankle injury that happened in the game one, it didn't turn out to be serious as they initially thought. However, the medical staff decided it was a good idea for him to sit out in game two anyway as a precaution. So it was a mutual decision, apparently. Oh boy, did that come back to some? Well, actually, now that I think about it, it actually works out because we're ready. We're ready for revenge and fire. So Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson were coming in as questionable, and of course they would come in and play. The the situation here is they have the height advantage, much like we don't, and they would shoot better, and they did. They proved it. Julius Randle, 38 minutes in play, he scored 25 points with three three-pointers. So, as well as Jalen Brunson, 6 3-pointers, 6, and he scored 30. However, for us, Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent surprisingly stood their ground, and they scored 21 points. That's Gabe Vincent scoring 4 3-pointers, as well as Caleb Martin shooting 4 3-pointers as well, and most of them were in the corners. 22 points. We held our ground. Max Strus, 3 3-pointers, 17 points. Bam Adebayo, always coming in clutch, 15 points. Kevin Love, 2 3-pointers. My issue with this, there's no reason. I understand if we're down, right? But when we're up few points, there's no reason to shoot that many threes. All I'm asking is just attack the paint more often. You have Bam, and you made plays with Bam. Give him some moments, because he's not going to shoot a three. The problem with us is we shoot many threes, and it's really awesome if we converted them, right? But most of the time, we don't. And hence part of the reason why we lost this game. We are 17 to 49 in 3-pointers. We made 17 in 49 missed. Right? So if you do the math, so 49 attempts. We made 17 in. 49 attempts. Now, disregard when I said 49 missed, because that was totally wrong. 49 minus 17. What is it? Equals 32 miss, right? 32 3-pointers miss. We're not going to win a game like that. So that is definitely something that they seriously need to work on this off season, as well as the next season, because 3-pointers, no bueno. For the Knicks, 16 out of 40 3-pointers made. Now, we made one more 3-pointer than they did, but we got to remember there was a height advantage, so big man Hartenstein would make some points in and make some clutch rebounds and make some ball movements. Mitchell Robinson, big guy. You gotta remember, they have a height advantage. And Julius Randle. You wanna know how big he is? Julius Randle is 6'8", and that's big. For a power forward, that's huge. So there's the competitiveness from the Knicks. However, I will say this: when we make those shots in without Jimmy Butler, we were able to hold our own. Knicks, relatively very healthy team now, and we were able to hold our ground. So a lot of optimism with this Heat team. They can actually hold their ground against a tough opponent like the Knicks. So that part I'm very happy about. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the negatives. And I would think the biggest elephant in the entire room is Scott Foster, the referee. As he refs the Heat games, we're winless. Believe it or not, we're winless. This guy, I don't know how he even has a job in the NBA. He is essentially the Angel Hernandez of the NBA. He has made inconsistent calls on both sides. I'm not just talking about the Heat, both sides. But oh my God, in the fourth quarter, I've never seen such worse calls I've been watching for years. Man, mind you, years. I've seen bad calls. I really have. But two of them actually, were the worst calls I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. And I say profanity words because it is so bad. It is literally so bad. Even the announcers were shocked by these. There were calls that could have been made accurately. There was like 24 travels that, I don't know. What the hell are you doing? And the Brunson 4-point foul? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? First off, his hands were down. They were down. The Heat player, he didn't even make contact to Brunson. He did not even make contact. And yet, he was given 3 points anyway and finished off with the 4-point. Knicks fans were lucky to see that. Knicks were lucky to see that. And that really killed our momentum in this game. Oh, and it gets worse. There was a 3-pointer on the right side of the court. The shot clock was winding down. Shot was off. The ball looked as it hit the glaze of the rim. You couldn't challenge it. Right? But here's where I get pissed off. It looked like it hit the glaze of the rim. And yet Foster, I don't know if it was like fast action, but it was a shot clock violation. It was a shot clock violation anyway. I feel as though as long as Scott Foster is our referee in these games, we will never win. We will never win as long as he's our referee. He's the worst referee in NBA. I don't know how he even has this job. He's garbage. He is garbage, and he costs us the game almost every single time. Now, not to say that he was the main reason. No. We had our faults too. The defense lost momentum of those crazy 3-pointers that they somehow make. But a lot of it was the fault of the referees too, because they killed our momentum. But that shot clock violation, when it looked like it hit the glaze of the rim, you can challenge the call. Spoelstra did not challenge the call, and that's where I got pissed off. That's where I got pissed off. Scott Foster costing us the game, winning it for the Knicks, and you didn't challenge. It's already bad enough that the 4-point play happened, but you didn't challenge the shot clock violation? Are you kidding me? 15 seasons. I thought you knew better. Come on. Come on, Spo, I love you, but this is the time where you need to come in and actually call something, challenge something, and give us a fighting chance. Why couldn't it be like the Milwaukee series? So, anyway, that killed our momentum. Fuck Scott Foster. He's a piece of shit. I hope he gets fired. I hope he never comes back. And as long as he's a referee, we'll never win the game. That felt too good to be true for us to win the game as long as he was a referee. We held our ground very well. He must have got scared like a little kid that he had to make it competitive and win it for New York. Who knows? I might be a conspiracy theorist, but I don't give a shit. I stand by what I said. And you're not going to do anything to change my mind. So, the end of the game, Jimmy Butler nods, shakes his head like this, walks off the court, waving to the fans. Oh boy, you just pissed off Jimmy. So, if I were you, celebrate right now because Jimmy Butler is going to go off in games 3 and 4 down in Miami, and you won't be celebrating much longer. So, that's where I stand my ground. Enjoy while it lasts, because we will come back and we will kick ass. So that's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TG has it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with you for the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TG signing out, folks. Good night, everybody. So when I stopped recording the video initially, I did take a look at the rule book, and I actually had the chance to listen to Spoelstra's press conference, and the question did come up with Caleb Martin's three-pointer that looked like it did hit the rim. And after watching it a couple times, it definitely hit the rim. There's no denying it hit the rim. It definitely hit the rim. So I looked at the rule book about the challenge plays. I don't see anything that relates to the ball hitting the rim on the shot clock. I don't know how it's not there, unless I oversaw it. Even Spoelstra, and to back this up, apparently it's not a challengeable call. It's not challengeable. You cannot challenge it. So I think it's bullshit. And Spoelstra even said that no, it's not challengeable. And like I said, referees made a big impact on the game, but we made our mistakes as well. So yeah, I wanted to clarify that. And yeah, we gotta play better in game 3. That's all I can say. So go Heat.